Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. If you are new here, welcome. I am so happy to have you. Before you go, I would love if you would subscribe and hit that bell notification so you get any notification anytime I upload a video, and also give it a thumbs up if you like what you see. Okay, so with that aside, today's video is all about eyeshadow primers. So I've said in multiple videos that I always put my my foundation right on my eyelid to work as my eyeshadow primer because it saves me a step and it's one less product. I also said that I actually do own an eyeshadow primer, and I do, but I never use it. I never reach for it. It is the Tarte Clean Slate 360. And I'm really curious, since I don't really reach for it, does it really make a difference if I wear this to put eyeshadow on, or does it really look the same? So on one eye, I'm going to just put my foundation on my eye like I usually do, and on the other one, I'm going to put this eye primer on it and see whether or not it gives more payoff or makes it stick more. So let's go ahead and test it out. I'm going to go ahead and start with my Neutrogena Rapid Repair SPF of 30, 2 pumps, and just put it all over my face. I love that this has the SPF built right in, and it plays really nice with all of the different foundations and CC creams that I have used with it. It also blends in pretty quickly. Okay, there we go. All right, then I'm going to put in my IT Cosmetics CC cream in Fair. I'm just going to do like a pump and a half. Put my stickers on, as my 2-year-old always tells me. Okay, I'm just going to blend it out with my Real Technique sponge that I've already dampened. On this side, I'm going to put it up on my eyelid like I usually do and use that as my eyeshadow primer on this side. I'm going to have to make sure I don't do that on the other side because I'm so used to doing it. Okay, let me go ahead and blend it out on this side. You know, for a while I didn't really understand why so many people like the Cosmetics CC cream. I find it to be very dewy when you first put it on. I mean, it does have a natural glow to it on your skin, and it makes your skin look very healthy. But I think it also has to do with the color Fair has kind of like this grayish undertone to it on me, because I'm fair porcelain with like pink undertones in my skin, and I don't know, maybe it's just that it's not the right color match for me. So I know that they came out with a new matte one, and I think that they have a different color that might maybe work better. So I'm going to get that and try that one and see if maybe it's the color that I have a problem with. Okay, so this eye has the IT Cosmetics on it. This one has nothing. I made sure of it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Tarte Clean Slate. I'm just going to put, ooh, I haven't even used it. It's very like liquidy, watery. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put a very small amount on my finger. I'm going to rub it on my eyelid all the way up to underneath my base. I think that was even too much. You can tell how much I don't use this. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it up under. It almost seems like it's going to take a minute for it to dry. Oh, I got some clump right there. Okay, let me use a clean finger, kind of smooth it out a little bit more. It feels very wet, kind of dewy. So I don't know if I'm supposed to wait for that. Just messed up right here. I don't know if you can see where my CC cream was. So let me fix that. All right, I'm gonna wait to do that side for a minute because I'm not quite sure. At least with the IT Cosmetics, when I use this foundation, CC cream, whatever, and I put it right on my eye, I can start right away. Like I don't have to wait, and I'm very much like a quick routine person with 3 little kids. So this almost feels like it needs to set down a little bit, so I'm gonna do that eye next and see how that goes. Okay. This is one of my favorite single shadows. It's by Buxom, and it's called Satin Seduction. I love it. It's like this, you can see I've gone through like 4 of these. It's a very light, pearlish white color, but it looks so nice with my eyes. because it's a really nice base. Even though it has a little bit of shimmer, I think it makes the best eyeshadow base. So I'm just going to use my dual end brush, and I'm going to put it on this side. I mean, look how pretty that is. It's so pretty. I love this shadow. And I go all the way up to underneath my brow because this is also my brow highlight. Even though I use it as my base, it gives just the right amount of like reflection of light. I just love it. Okay, I wonder if if this is set yet. Okay, it feels like it's pretty set. It is creasing a little bit on my eyelid. I'm gonna go ahead and do this side. It's kind of like sticky. Well, so far it looks a little darker. You can see it right here more than you can see over here. So maybe it is like grabbing the color. Oh wow, you can see it even on camera. This side looks brighter and it's the same amount of product I'm using. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, so right off the bat I can definitely tell. Look how shimmery this looks on this side with the primer, whereas this one looks more like a natural. Yes, I can definitely see why if you like more to use less eyeshadow and have it to have more of like an impact, why you like eyeshadow primers. Because this side definitely does not have that much of an impact as this one does. This one's a lot brighter. Okay, let's go ahead and try other shadows with it. Okay, so I got out one of my favorite palettes, which is the Smashbox Full Exposure. I know it's super tiny, it's travel size, it's about the size of a credit card. I love this palette. It has a little mirror on it, but the reason why I love it is it has 4 mattes and 4 shimmers, and as you can see, I pretty much love those shimmers. I do find that the shimmers go faster because I've used the bottom just as much as the top, and the top pans are almost gone. So just to note that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my crease shadow. So I'm going to go in with this nice light kind of camel color. And I'm just going to go right in the crease. Wow, that really stands out with that side. Okay, let me go on this side and go right in the crease. I can definitely tell a difference. I mean, this shadow looks the same color on each side, but I feel like I use less on the side with the eyeshadow primer, and it definitely stands out more. It has more like punch to it. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and do my V. So I'm going to use this darker color. I'm going to use my flat end of my brush. I'm just going to very carefully go into my V. This brush is a little harder to do with because it's so big, and you can see it didn't make it as small as I wanted it. Oh, I have someone at my door. I gotta go. Hey, I'm back. Okay, so that was my son coming back from his birthday party that he was just at. So let's go ahead and continue. So I was doing my V with this color right here. And it's a little harder to do with this brush because it's not as precise. Wow, that looks really dark. Okay, let's make it look the same on both sides. Okay, and then oh, that's really dark. Okay, one of the things that I really like is I love this shimmer color, as you can see, with my fluffy end of the brush. I like to dip into it, and I like to swirl it in circles to kind of blend it all together, and it gives like this beautiful, slightly shimmery transition, you can see. And then that way I don't have any harsh start and stop lines. This side seems to have it a little bit more, actually. Okay, well, looking at my eyes, this side definitely, this is the one that I have the Tarte eyeshadow primer on. This one definitely has more pigment to it. It almost, it seems like it's like more in place, but it definitely gives my lighter buxom color. It makes it look more bright, and it kind of really stands out, whereas this side looks more natural and not as like dark. So I can definitely see why people would like the eyeshadow primer, especially if you're going for more of a dramatic look with less color. I can see why. I wonder how eyeliner applies on top of it. So I have my Maybelline Unstoppable eyeliner. I'm going to start in the outer corner and work my way in about halfway. And then I'm going to do it on this side. Start about halfway. That looks the same. Actually, this side looks a little bit darker. I mean, I know it's the same color, but it looks like it went on a little bit darker than this side. Or maybe I'm just thinking that, but it does look a little darker to me. Okay, and then I'm going to do underneath. I'm just going to start in the outer corner and kind of come in halfway. So I don't want to make my eyes look too small. And I'm going to do the other side. All right, and then I'm going to go in, let's see, I went a little farther in on this side. Okay, then I'm going to go in with my palette and my angle brush. So I have my MAC one, but you can use any. And I'm going to go in, I only want it to look like a shadow underneath because I'm not going for like a really dramatic look. So I'm actually going to go with the lighter color and go right over to kind of lighten up that bottom color, but to make sure that it stays in place. And that color looks pretty under there. Even though it's really, really light, it doesn't come out that light going over this eyeliner. Then I'm going to set under my eyes with my Laura Mercier brightening powder with my big fluffy brush. You just want to pat it right in there, not using very much, instead of sweeping, so you don't sweep off any of your CC cream or foundation. Like so. Okay, then I'm going to go in with my It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. Tap some in the lid. And I'm going to use my e.l.f. Total Face Brush because it's nice and big and fluffy. I'm going to tap it in there, and then I'm going to tap it right onto my skin so I don't move the CC cream as I apply this. Okay. Alright, and I forgot to grab a blush, so I guess we won't do a blush right now. Alright, let's go ahead and do my eyebrows. So I have my Benefit in shade 3. On this side it has a spoolie, and then on this side it has the product. I'm going to use the spoolie and I'm just going to push it down and go ahead and put the product right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and push it right back up. It's so quick and easy to do it that way. Let me just add a little more color so it looks the same on this side. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to curl my eyelashes. And I'm finishing up my Lash Paradise bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and put that right on top of my top lashes. See, I love how it makes them look so dark and it makes it have that punch. But I don't know if you can tell, but I'm getting towards the end of the bottle and the lifespan of this. And this is one of the reasons why I don't want to repurchase it, is because it looks very clumpy as you get to the bottom. And to be honest with you, the tube seems to dry a lot quicker compared to other mascaras. So can you tell it looks, I mean, it looks pretty, but it looks pretty clumpy and it doesn't last as long as I find other mascara bottles to do. But I definitely like the dramatic look that it gives. Just not how quickly it goes by and how kind of clumpy it looks as you get towards the end of it. Alright, since I do not have blush, I'm actually going to use, I'm curious, I've actually never done this, but the Bloxam color that I have is kind of the same color as highlights. So I want to see what this looks like if I used it as like a highlight. So I'm going to use just an angled brush, and I'm going to just dip it in here, and I'm curious. Ooh, that looks pretty. I've never used eyeshadow as a highlight, but we're just going to go with it to give my face a little bit of a color. That looks pretty. It looks like I have like a natural little glow. Okay, I did remember my lip gloss though. I have my favorite Supernatural by Revlon lip gloss. I love this color. I'll go ahead and finish with this. It's like the perfect pinky nude color. It's really pretty. So love this. I just bought another bottle even though this one is still pretty much full. Okay, so that is the end look. Looking at the eyes, I mean, both of the eyes look good, no matter if I use my IT Cosmetics on this side or I use the Tarte eyeshadow primer on this side. I do have to say though, you can definitely tell, if I close my eyes, this side does not have as much of a sheen as this side does. So it definitely does help to grab that color and give it more of like an intense like punch to it. And you can definitely see it underneath my brow bone. You can see that highlight, where in this side, the highlight is not as apparent. So, well, there you go. I don't really reach for this, but now I might, especially if I'm going out on a date and I want to have it look a little more, the color to stand out and pop. It definitely does make a difference. Honestly, I didn't think it did. Otherwise, I would have been grabbing for it since I already have it. So I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel before leaving and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.